The monster came up and ate 3 people. It absorbed a lot of fog and became a 10-ton monster. It also swallowed its partner. It laid a bunch of eggs. When the monster realized that someone was bullying the eggs, it immediately spat out 100 marbles and shot them. Mike joined Jack and pushed the monster into the water. They pulled a switch and the water froze. The monster was frozen into a block of ice. And that's when Jack realized that there was a fire in the backyard. And in their haste to put it out, the people had accidentally ripped the cables from the machine. The temperature slowly begins to return and the ice in the water begins to melt. The monster also begins to slowly recover, and this time the monster fights back even more angrily, swallowing 3 people as soon as the fire goes out. A child with a high fever used it and was cured in minutes. It was an alien monster bug that landed on Earth by accident. On the other side, a bug slowly wriggled its body. One bounced around and started sucking up the heat, and a dog saw it and ran over, and went up and licked anything that tasted good. The worm got angry and with one hard lick burrowed into the dog's mouth. Back home, the puppy was picked up by his mistress. Just kissed the puppy as hard as he could. At this point, Bug waited for the mistress to say something, and as soon as the man picked up the puppy and walked away, the puppy slowly walked over to the other man, who was not friendly to the puppy, blowing circles at him. Bug looked at the puff of hot air blowing at him and then jumped hard into the man's mouth. By this time, the puppy was dead. The strange bug made its way toward a couple. Then it pounced on one of them. In the heat of the moment, the girlfriend grabbed the man by the hair and struck him again, knocking him unconscious. Thinking they had met a pervert, they rushed home in fear. Jack noticed and rushed over to check on the situation when suddenly a hand grabbed Jack's leg. Then something seemed to be in the man's stomach and the bug slowly crawled out of the man's mouth and came to the ground, and his body began to slowly change color and then slowly metamorphosed and evolved into the Bug Brothers. The bugs took aim at Jack and flew towards him. Jack dragged himself into a backflip, but the bug didn't give up and kept chasing Jack. Finally, a hard crash into a tree and the Bug Brother angrily accelerated in a sprint and flew again. At this time a man came out and said that seeing the bugs eating buns would kill them. Turns out bugs are afraid of meat buns. That makes it easy. Jack threw out the baobabs that Joy used to make the buns. The bug ate it in one bite without looking, but it didn't make it and spit in Jack's face, then threw out the bun filling, which couldn't hurt it as much as the bun filling. The man pulled out a mysterious bag from under the big iron pot and teased it into the big bug's mouth with a kick. The big bug immediately felt something wrong with its stomach, struggled a few times, and suddenly turned into a puddle of water. Only one big eye remained on the ground.